So we're near Bedford at the business premises of Ash Weller, UK Truck and Plant. We're going to chat to Ash about his first year owning a Formula 1 stock car, what 2024 looks like for the team, and also his involvement in the sport in 2024 as headline sponsor of the shootout. We're also going to talk to his driver, 580, Matty Allman, about his experiences in Formula 1 stock cars and what he's looking forward to in the coming season. Ash, thank you so much for inviting us down today. It's brilliant. Got a brilliant setup.
Lovely, thank you.
I want to talk to you because there's two reasons. A, you guys appeared on the Formula 1 scene last year.
Yep.
And also because you're going to be the headline sponsor for the shootout for 2024. So kind of two bits for coming to see you today. Firstly, Formula 1. So you guys appeared last year. So where have you come from?
Followed it for years.
Yeah.
Travelled everything. Done a bit of mechanic done Formula 2, done some mini stock stuff. Always wanted to go on F1s. Walked away from the sport, went off and did touring cars, all sorts of other things. Yeah. Went to a memorial for a friend of ours.
Yeah.
And I vowed I'd never really go to another oval track, if I'm honest.
Why?
I just fell out of love with the sport really a little bit, grew up, etc. Then this stupid thing in my head. So obviously we've got a lot of engineers here and guys, and we're all good friends. We decided we were going to go to Kings Lynn one night, because they wanted to go and watch F1s. So I thought, this is going to be dangerous. I can see something happening here. So we all went off to Kings Lynn, had a great night, no doubt about it. Unfortunately, the gears started turning in the head.
Your head or their head?
Everyone's heads.
Yeah.
So the conversation on the way home was, we're now in a position where we have workshops, we've got facilities, etc. Is it doable? Do we want to go? Do we want to go and have a go? Because it's like the ultimate. It's the swan song. It's the final part of the jigsaw. So then we decided. A couple of weeks later, we went back and watched another meeting.
So what year is this?
Last year. This is last year. Yeah. Again, had a cracking night. We've got a company minibus. So this time there's a few more people come. So we're then thinking, wow, don't know. So look, I hear numbers of 100 grand. It's an expensive sport. So we went to Kings Lynn, had a fantastic meeting, went and had a chat with Matt Newson, who's the man everyone pointed me to. About hiring one really. Put our man in it, see what he did. Stood chatting with Matt, he asked us lots and lots of questions. Very informative. His numbers weren't £100,000 either. Right. So suddenly a little light bulb sort of lit up going, oh, okay, right. He had some cars, obviously he's building cars, trading cars. He had one that was really suitable, we reckon. So at that point we went off to the bar and watched the restoration. On the way home we then, obviously, lots of light bulbs lit up with lots of people. We all decided that we probably could have a go at stock caring, but we'd sleep on it. I said I'd ring Matt the following week and we'd go further from there. I think we got to midday on Sunday, I rang Matt. He was quite shocked to hear from me that soon. But he knew we were ringing.
Yes.
He invited us over to have a look at the car. We travelled over to Matt to have a look at it. This is the car. Yep. He said, look, this will do everything you want it to do. Gave me a deposit and drove away.
Did you think at that point, what have I done?
Yeah, maybe. But I think the adrenaline and, the 16-year-old boy in the back of my head was, oh, we've got an F1 at last. Yeah. Matt was really, really supportive. Every fear we come up with, they're all salesmen, these guys, and they're quite clever at it. They all have answers for it. So every fear I come up with, he had the answer for us. Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's only metal and nuts and bolts. So that side of it was fine. And I'll be honest with you, and I'll say this, not one of us has told our partners that we're going to go off to buy a stock car. So we all had quite an entertaining ride home. And in fairness, most of the partners didn't know we bought a stock car till it arrived. Right, okay. We went and picked it up a couple of weeks later. Now they all support us, I'd like to say, but from the front of that, it's just fantastic.
And they've been involved, involved since.
Yeah. So pretty much the partners come. I've got a young family, so it's quite awkward with the children. But yeah, they're around us at all times. So they support what we're doing. They see what we're doing as a group. It's the day trips are one thing when we go away for weekends. Well, fine. I think we all went for 3 days. Yeah. Drunk copious amounts of alcohol and had great fun, and that's what's really brought everything together with it. It's the car's the final part of the jigsaw.
Yeah. It's like the focal point almost.
Yeah, very much so.
So from what you've said and how you've described it, it feels like a real team, family
big time,
effort.
big time.
And people talk about stock cars, they're kind of going, it's a family sport, and you're kind of epitomising that
100%,
from what you've described.
100%. We're, from probably our first meeting, I think there were 6 people on the coach.
Yeah.
We've got 14 seats on the coach, and there's 14 people every meeting. If we're local, if we're Brayfield, obviously that's our home track, we'll probably get 30 or 40 people from staff will turn up to see us. But in the evenings, they're all working on the car. Even guys that don't really work on the mechanical side, they're here. It's just brought everyone together.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone realised the power what that was ever going to do to all of us, to be honest. So it's an addictive sport. There's no doubt about it. It's totally addictive. So
you've clearly enjoyed the social aspect and like what it's done for you as an individual and for your friends. So like in terms of the racing itself, have you enjoyed the actual racing of it?
Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. I'll be honest, obviously first year there's so much to learn.
Yeah.
We come in thinking, it can't be that hard, can it? Turns out it's really hard. And there's a lot to learn. There's a lot of experts. But likewise, we haven't found anyone in the paddock that won't help you.
Yeah.
They all help you. People come over and give you a little bit of advice. And everyone seems to want new guys to join.
Yeah.
And obviously the sport needs it. I can see that. But it's for anyone getting into it, and I would highly recommend anyone getting into it because I love it. But you're never going to go out there winning straight away.
Yeah.
And hopefully this year will be better than we were last year.
Because there's always that criticism, I guess, of Formula One, which is that it's great sport.
Yeah.
But how do you get into it?
Yeah.
But from what you've described, you've got like some Matt Newsom there.
Yeah. In fairness, our first meeting, we spoke to Matt all the way through when we get the car ready and that. He said, "Look, park beside me. We'll make sure in the pits you're there." Be honest, we've parked beside him ever since.
Yeah.
And it's just, Matt brings 7 or 8 cars, whatever he brings. His guys come and help us. We go and help him.
Yeah.
But then everyone else helps everyone as well. And you don't get that in any other form of motorsport. Yeah, I've done a lot of long track stuff and circuit racing, and that's not there.
Yeah.
In this, it seems to be the norm.
Yeah.
And that spirit of it is what keeps you going, really.
Yeah.
If you're having a really bad meeting or a load of damage, to see you, and we're not competition to anyone really, but to see the guy that you're racing against come and give you a hand to put it back together, you can't sort of buy that in any sport.
No, good. So season 1, like big tick.
Yeah.
So we're going to season 2.
Yeah.
Like, cars looking fantastic. So
yeah.
what, I guess, aspirations for the coming season? You mentioned tarmac car.
Yeah. So we're going to do a bit. The tarmac car's more going to be for Matthew, our driver. Will have a go in it.
Yeah.
There's rumour I might have a go in it later in the year, just for a little bit of fun. And then Nigel de Kock's going to use it. Okay. Because obviously we're on a tarmac world final this year. Yeah. Again, who'd have thought by going, stock car racing suddenly we've got a fantastic family of friends over in Holland now. Yeah. And again they're a fantastic bunch of guys. We pulled up. Our first meeting was Brayfield. Pulled up. John de Kock got out, threw a tyre at us, and went, "I'm your first sponsor." What more can you ask?
Absolutely.
And we've been drunk with him ever since.
What, in Holland or?
Both.
Right,
both. Okay. Yeah. We were over for their Christmas party and a couple of other things. So, and occasionally they'll fly into Luton and we'll take them to the races with us. It just works. But again, you would never ever dream that would happen from a chance meeting and going to King's Lynn.
Yeah, of course.
It was an expensive day out at King's Lynn. I can say. The hot dog was cheap, the car was dear, but you just roll with it really, and we'll carry on rolling with it. I think we're going to do 20 some odd trail meetings this year. We've worked out, and there'll probably be a few more as well as it comes.
You've been up to Bradford, which is
we're
near Bedford, aren't we? So Bradford's a trail.
Yeah. But don't really care where we go really. Yeah. We just enjoy it. We get on the bus. We have the music. We seriously laugh from the moment we leave to the moment we come home, and that's all that matters to me. Yeah. If that comes back, as long as the driver never gets hurt, because no one wants that. The car we can mend. Yeah. It's only bits of metal. It's only mechanics. We can mend that. But as long as everyone's still having fun and enjoying it every time, we'll just carry on doing it.
Brilliant. So in terms of working on the car and kind of like learning the intricacies of it, is that kind of just been self-taught? Or has it been like Matt,
whoever's on But then you've got people like Nigel and all that. They're all willing to help you, and they're all that because buying stuff. Where do I go? I don't know where to go. Ryan Harrison has been fantastic with us. You could quite easily get financially ruined in this game because they see you as a new guy, and but they don't.
Yeah.
In fairness, Ryan, you can pick the phone up. He'll spend half an hour on the phone talking you through something.
Yeah.
He'll tell you the bits that you need rather than the bits you think you need.
Yeah.
Mark Gilbank, he's done some work on it over winter. Again, fantastic for her. They're all the guys there. I appreciate there's rivalry on the track with them, but they're all out there to get that new man back on the track.
Yeah.
Well, you can't ask for more than that.
No, of course not.
And again, for them to all, because they've all got their own business there. There's a lot of guys out there making business out of stock cars, whereas we're not, and we're never going to, and we don't want to. But you've got to support them guys, or else the sport will die anyway.
Of course. Yeah.
So it's all, keep it within the house, and it all works, doesn't it?
So you mentioned about, we talked about how difficult it is to come into Formula One, and describe an experience which is really positive in terms of, you've got some great friends out of it, and what a great time you've had. And you mentioned about costs. So that's the other thing about Formula One. It is the pinnacle of short oval racing.
Yeah.
Is it that? Have you found it that, or has it been has it been more than what you thought, or less, or is it all what you expected?
It's about where I thought.
Okay.
Yeah. Tyres are expensive.
Yeah.
And we're not going through tyres like the top boys are, and we're not spending the money like the top boys are. But it's an expensive sport. Yeah. We run transport, so running the transport that side of it is relatively cost effective for us. But a man on the street who wants to start, you need some deep pockets at the start of it. Yeah. But as you build up and your spares build up, and we're lucky we stood in my fabrication shop, so that side of it, maintaining the car, is relatively cost effective.
Is it still fabrication shop, or is it now stock car workshop?
No comment.
Okay.
we have a fabrication shop, and we have a HCV workshop, so we're very lucky in the fact we can do most stuff in house. Yeah. There's times that again I'll pick the phone up to Matt and say, look, we're doing this. Is that correct? Because they know the rule book inside and out. Whereas us reading the rule book, we might get it wrong.
Yeah.
But again, they'll all help you. Ryan's only 45 minutes from us. If we need spares, we run and get them. Matt will get us spares, etc. So again, it's just learning as we go, really, and I'm sure this season we'll learn even more. Yeah.
Are you aim, obviously, you want to have fun, it's a great thing, and that's clearly come across. Do you want to aim, are you aiming for anything in particular? Is there any kind of talking amongst yourself, we want to get to this, we want to do that?
My driver's out of shot, so I can say what I want.
Yeah.
He just wants to finish races.
Yeah.
Obviously whites and yellows, he wants to get up there a little bit, and he wants to get a different colour roof at some point, doesn't he? So the consistency's got to be there. Like last year, we generally did just play, but we loved it. This year, I think we're going in with a slightly different attitude, that we're enjoying it, and we've got to keep enjoying it, but come on, let's get going.
Yeah.
So, but then the guys around, the likes of Matthew Newson and Mark Gilbank, they're pushing for us to do that. Come on, you don't just want to keep going round, you got to, and that's all you can do, isn't it? So, if he comes off, if he gets a place or we get a few points, even better, isn't it?
Yeah. Great. Mentioned at the beginning about shootout. So this year we've got 2024, the new shootout.
Yeah, fantastic.
We kind of put it out there looking for sponsors, and then I think within a day you've been on the phone to Sophie going, I want a headline sponsor that. So, why?
Look, I've been around stock cars. Steve again, who's out of shot, he'll tell you how many years, probably, 25, 30, more than that, is it? Yeah. I was a young lad at 15 when I first went. I'm 50 some on now. I've always loved the oval sport, and I have gone off and I've done the glitz and the glamour, and I've come back to oval sport. So I'm now in a position where we can give a little bit back. You'll see my name's on many cars this year, where we try and help a few drivers with this, that and the other. And I think that's to give back to a sport. I can't criticise a sport if you don't support the sport.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in committees or anything like that. I'm not a political man. And to be honest, I don't have the experience to do any of that. Yeah. But what I can do, I can support when people are trying something new. Yeah. And we were the first ones out there. It's proud for us to see our name associated with it. Sponsorship, what does it mean everyone's going to bring their lorries to Truck and Plant? No, of course it doesn't. But it's still to give back to that sport that you're entertaining in.
But I think we've had people that are sponsored, and and people say that it does kind of, because they see a business supporting stock cars, and then they'll actually, I want that. They'll go and seek that person out. So it does work. Yeah,
and we've already got, we with other competitors out there, we're doing business together. On things, and that's only through stock car racing. Yeah. we've got people in our area that race, and they come to us, and we'll do a bit of business together, and that would never have happened without being anything to do with BriSCA. So, you know, and the shootout's a big thing for everyone. We know that. Obviously, Paul Hines has really pushed it. Matt pushed it. It's a bit of saying thank you to the guys that have helped us as well. You know, them guys, again, most of them are making their living out of stock cars. You can't expect them to put their money on the table or their name to it, because they're part of it, aren't they? But to be that outside, it's just giving back and saying thank you for what they've done for us already, you know.
Yeah, brilliant. So it's UK Truck and Plant.
Yeah.
Nice workshops.
Yeah.
What do you guys do here? What is day job?
So day job for me, I'm the managing director.
Good title. I like that.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah. So me and my wife started the business 12 years ago, and it's just exploded. So we started out just doing trucks, light commercials, and of course plant, and it's just grown and grown and grown. We've got serious contracts with the NHS, so we look after thousands of ambulances in East Anglia. We run recovery, we've got a fabrication department, etc., etc. We employ 80 people.
That's a big number, that.
And we're across East Anglia, and we'll soon be opening other places across East Anglia. But we try and keep it as a family firm. I work with all my best mates, which is fantastic. My sister, my brother-in-law, my wife's here every day. And we're a real strong team, there's no doubt about it. And that's what makes the company what it is today. We've escalated. We're at the stage where I have people start and I don't know their names. And I'm quite embarrassed to admit that. But as we grow, we still try to keep them core values. And it seems to work for us.
Do you get like visitors and they kind of see this and they're like...
Yeah. So most of the sponsors on it are people I deal with, and they've looked at it and went, wow, it's here. Oh, I used to go to that as a kid. My dad used to take me. Etc., etc. Asking a man nowadays in business to put money into a race car is hard work for sponsorship. We've got some good sponsors and they look after us, but I can understand half the pits must really struggle, and the top boys definitely struggle. The values that you'd like off people you're never going to get, but ours again is a lot. We have a lot of bartering going on, and it just works. And by having a big team, then they know someone that knows someone that knows someone. So, and that just works for everyone. It's great. It really is.
Good. It's great to listen to you and talk about your journey so far in Formula One, and just how positively it's
we love it. Literally love it. And I can't thank Matt Newson, Bugsy. The hours I've spent in the pits asking questions. They must think, oh my God, he's here again.
I'm going to see Matt tomorrow, so I'll ask him.
Yeah, you ask him. Yeah, you ask him. But then likewise, we try and help them as much as we can. Most of the meetings last year, I didn't put a spanner on this car at all. I was helping Matt with his, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I just love the fact that we're all together, thrown in this mud pit, wet hole, whatever you're doing, and you just, it doesn't matter who your favourite driver is, who you want to win. I'm there to just enjoy and help where we can go.
Good. So you mentioned before I talked to Matty about his first season. You mentioned tarmac car off Matt. Is that one that you've kind of gone? Tarmac car?
I think we wanted a tarmac car. I wanted a Newson built car, to be honest with you. And we'll probably have a shale car later in the year anyway. So we've refurbed this one now, and I like how Matt's cars are made. I think he builds a really good top end, middle of the range car, and obviously he's highly competitive in his. But they're built to work on very easily. I would love to go to Ryan or Tom and buy a car, but even our budget doesn't go anywhere near that, And Matty will admit we're not in that stage in life. Whereas Matt Newson's cars, they look good. They're out there, they're winning. I'm not saying the machinery, the man behind the steering wheel has a lot to do with it. And obviously when you talk to our Matty, you'll learn that. But again, it's a bit of a acknowledgement to Matt Newson, what he's done for us. Because without him, there are probably 20 people in the paddock we could have gone and spoke to about buying a car. But Matthew Newson really went out of his way to explain, because I was going to go buy a tarmac car first. And he said, really? It's a lot of tyres and a lot of damage you're going to learn very quickly. Go and learn on shale. When I spoke to some other people, they said, no, start on tarmac. But I think we did the right thing, to be honest.
Good.
I say hopefully I might even go out and have a go later in the year on tarmac. I've got no interest on shale or getting dirty. I've seen the statement driver when he comes in now. I'm not interested in that shale stuff. But again, it's just I might have a play.
Yeah.
Nigel will use it aggressively, I'm sure, and I think Matty will use it aggressively. So we'll mix the meetings up and see where we want to be, but we'll try.
It's been absolutely fantastic talking to you.
Thank
Genuinely really positive, and it's great to hear what great journey you've been on with Formula 1.
Yeah, brilliant.
I'll talk to Matty.
Yeah, feel free.
Car looks fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
I'll be honest, I haven't done any of it, so the boys have done it all. So, yeah, great.
Thank you very much.
Lovely. Thank you.
Cheers. All good? 580 Matty Allman. Hello.
Yep. Hello.
We've been speaking to Ash.
Yeah.
He's very positive about you. You're his driver. That's like, he kept saying he's my driver.
Loosely termed.
Yeah. So we just thought we'd come to see Ash today, and obviously, we spoke about journey in Formula 1 so far, and you've kind of clearly been heavily involved in that because you raced the stock car that you guys have got.
Yeah.
How was season 1?
Difficult. But it's so hard. You look at the old boys out there and you think, fair play.
Yeah.
You get out there and it's so difficult. But yeah, enjoyed every minute of it. It's the main thing, isn't it?
So what
Loads
has
to
been,
learn.
Yeah. So you go on track, it's shale, which is tricky.
You can't stand up on it.
Yeah.
Everything, braking. It sounds. These will joke. They've wrote on the dashboard, get to the end and turn left.
Yeah.
But it's so hard,
Because the thing is, you kind of go. I mean, I went round at Skegness in a day with Frank. Just me on track, and you're kind of going, right. I don't get how I'm filling this track. How can you get 30 other people going around? And certainly on shale, there's people everywhere, and it must.
I think that's what makes it, though, isn't it? The spectacle.
But how do you learn in that 16 laps? And it's, you know what I mean? Because you kind of go.
Have you seen any of my races?
I have, yeah. At Bradford, I've seen it. Yeah.
I've got a trophy off these lot for being on the rugby pitch more than the track.
Well, that's good. That's nice.
I've got a trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so difficult. I think you can't. I don't know.
Difficult to explain.
You just got to do laps.
What racing experience prior to Formula 1? What have you done?
Just bangers like 18 and into my 20s and then life, everything got in the way and stopped that. Yeah, so no oval experience what you'd speak of. So you got to jump in the deep end, didn't you?
Yeah. How many meetings did you do last year? How many did you get in?
How many did we do? 18.
That's quite And kind of did you? I mean, I'm sorry, but did best finishers? Did you?
I actually finished a race at Sheffield.
That's good. Sheffield's difficult to finish races at.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened, but the rest of them we didn't finish. But you've got to start somewhere. Haven't you?
So what's your thoughts for next year then? Because Ash is talking about, right, we really want to kind of step it on. And so for you, does that feel a bit more, a bit of pressure now?
Yeah, I pressure myself. These lot don't really.
Yeah.
But I just consistency, and you got to try and learn. Yeah. So much to learn.
Is there an element of like, I wish we could go and practice? Is it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because you don't really in stock cars. Tarmac you can, but on shale it's very much you practice as you race.
Yeah, I suppose you've got to learn, haven't you? But
yeah,
I'm enjoying it, and these are all. I couldn't do it without the team, so.
Yeah. And so day job, you're here with Ash day in day out, and then
welding, fabricating, truck, anything really.
Yeah. And are you on the stock? Because Ash is like, I don't touch that, but like.
Stay tonight and just a little bit. There's always something to do, isn't there?
Yeah.
These lot will help me, so.
Good. And who's in charge? Who like ultimately kind of goes, right? This is what we're doing. Is it? Do you have like a bit of seniority when it comes to the stock car?
No, I don't think so.
Just whatever.
We're just muddling on because we don't really know anyway. So.
Yeah. That's learning as well, though, isn't it? That is learning. So, 2024 is what, 3 weeks away from today. Kings Lynn. So, are we doing Kings Lynn? Got quite a run of shale, haven't we, to begin with?
Yeah, we're doing Kings Lynn, then Northampton. So.
Yeah, and then it's Sheffield.
Yeah, we like Sheffield.
See, not many people like Sheffield.
I don't like the fence. No. We managed to stay out of it. So
do you have a favourite track? Is there a track you kind of actually
weirdly
really
Bradford? I don't know. We haven't had a lot of luck with the weather at Northampton.
Yeah. So Bradford's the one.
So far, yeah. But
is it as fast as they say it is around Bradford?
Yeah, I think it's narrow, isn't it? I think it gives you that illusion.
Yeah. Good.
It's just even when I'm not in the car though. If you watch from the top, it's some spectacle, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Bradford's a fantastic track.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it looks fast.
If it was just 2 hours nearer, it'd be great.
Yeah. Well, we're going to Matt's, and I mean, I don't think nobody can complain about going to a stock car track.
The end of the world.
Yeah. It's been great to talk to you. Good luck for
you.
season 2024, and I reckon yellow roof easy. I reckon you've got tarmac coming all coming. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for talking to me.
Great. Cheers.
Superstar. Thank you.